Okay, finally the Dominion is doing something outwardly evil. We get to talk about it. Are you happy? Are you happy? Unlike previous episodes of this series, the Dominion have finally started to do something evil versus just saying that they are evil. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about DS9's The Quickening and Apocalypse Rising. While, at some point, I do intend to do a thorough breakdown of the episode The Quickening, for the purposes of this series, I'll only note that we finally observe an action by the Dominion that can't really be justified, namely, utilizing biological agents to win a war. They had no reason to actually do this. The Jem'Hadar could have won the war, but the founders again just wanted to set an example. In the next episode, Apocalypse Rising, the Klingon Empire has officially declared war upon the Federation, and Starfleet is getting the absolute living hell beat out of it. I've discussed this before, but it amazes me how badly Starfleet is getting the living hell beat out of them. This is even with forewarning. Gowron specifically states that he will be attacking the Federation. They have a couple of days to prepare, and Starfleet is caught completely off guard. They are just getting absolutely pulverized. Looking at the war proper, most areas in or around the Klingon border are dangerous for Starfleet personnel. This includes the Bajoran sector, apparently. And while I'm not surprised, it is curious to see the Klingons not respect Bajoran borders. It makes sense that, unlike the Dominion, the Klingon Empire would not distinguish between Bajor and the Federation. I wish we would have seen the political fallout of Klingon hostilities on Bajoran politics, though. Maybe have Bajoran politicians move for Starfleet to withdraw as shipping lanes are put in harm's way. Perhaps Kira arguing they have to stand behind Starfleet because Sisko is basically Bajoran Jesus. But alas, it's not meant to be. Thanks to Odo, Starfleet intelligence has determined that Gowron, the head of the Klingon Empire, is, in fact, a changeling. A Starfleet infiltration team is dispatched to prove Gowron is a spy. With an entire federation spanning hundreds of planets, species that have the ability to read minds, and even some that are good with deception, of course Starfleet would send the captain of Deep Space Nine, its chief engineer, a former changeling, and someone considered traitor to the Klingon Empire. Because when you're Starfleet, you think sending someone with intricate and detailed tactical knowledge of the Bajoran system, one of the best engineers Starfleet has, the only changeling on your side, and a traitor is a great idea. And yeah, I know, Odo is a solid right now, but he would still be considered a changeling in the eyes of the Klingons. With the team in place, they are given modified Polaron emitters. The radiation from these emitters would revert any changeling back to their gelatinous form. Sisko seeks out Dukat, who has a captured bird of prey, to sneak past enemy lines and use the experimental devices. One curious point here. While on their way, they elaborate on how the spies will get in. Namely, the computer systems of the Klingons will be hacked and information inserted. This is the command center and will include Gowron and the Klingon High Command, and it can be accessed by a stolen bird of prey that is ran by Cardassians? While consistent with the nature of Klingons, I'll grant, it makes me wonder why Starfleet isn't corrupting Klingon computer systems all across the galaxy. The infiltration team would determine that Martok, not Gowron, was the changeling. Only after the near assassination of the Chancellor, but who's really paying attention? While the war would not officially end, a ceasefire would occur and negotiations begin. In my original version of the Dominion War, I tried to stretch this out, but honestly, this episode more tells and not shows. We don't see a lot of the Dominion War. We don't know exactly what is going on, but we do know that Starfleet is losing. That said, there is an episode that really breaks down how just horrific the Klingons are being here. So stay tuned for next time when we take a look at Nor the Battle Too Strong.